work with Reading Museum and the Museum of English Rural Life, and we have a programme called Museums on Wheels, which is where we go out beyond the museums to libraries, to Mela, to festivals and Pride, and share sometimes collection objects, sometimes like archive material or exhibitions. But because it's Windrush Day next week, we are celebrating Windrush and Windrush Generation. And I'm here with Angela, which is absolutely brilliant to bring Angela here today. And Angela and I will be at Whitley and Hexham next week as well. And some of the material that I'm sharing, as well as conversation with Angela and others, is around the Enigma of Arrival exhibition, which is looking at the migration from the Caribbean to Britain, obviously particularly focused on Windrush, but also it talks about particularly about people's connection to Reading, which obviously Angela and others can share. So
bought houses and whatever, but then there wasn't. There was other people that came that was fighting for a cause just to be recognised in Reading. So I think it's
and also, as you say, still are, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
These not all of these battles have been like fought and won, and that's it. There's still those conversations to be had. But I think the museum sector generally is trying to be much more representative, because it realises that in order to be relevant, it can't just present. Angela, is there something that you'd really like to find out?
At school, what you said that you were doing this sort of like Windrush thing at school.
So we're creating a piece of writing about a boy whose dad travelled to England on the Empire Winder, and we're meant to write a recount from his point of view. And some of the best recounts are going to be displayed at Reading Museum Windrush exhibition.
Oh, there we go. I didn't even know that, so that's really good to hear.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So have you started doing your writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So did the boy give you information, or have you got that?
So we were reading a story.
Okay.
And we have to use the facts that we know about the boy. And we planned our writing, and then we started writing. We haven't finished it yet, but we've written the first 3 paragraphs.
Right.
Can I ask you a question? Have you got to write it as if you were making the journey?
Yeah, it has to be done in first person, as if we were the boy.
What school do you go to?
Yeah, me and my brother came over as on account to the adults. Is that
Accompanied,
yeah.
So your where were your parents?
My parents were already here.
Sure.
But the funny thing is, I remember, because I grew up with my great grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were there, it was kind of like we were really excited, because we actually felt quite privileged, because we thought, oh, we're going away, not realising that we were going away permanently.
Yeah, sure.
Right? Because I thought my great grandmother was my mother. So we went from sort of like a system where I was the only child, spoilt rotten, because it was my great grandmother growing me up. And I will tell that story a bit later on.
Yeah, okay.
But,
you tell me what you want to.
So I was really excited, thinking it was quite privileged that I was on this journey coming to this country. I think as well, you were kind of showing off on your other family, because you're thinking, we're going to England, but I thought I was coming back. Not realising
it was like a holiday, like a trip.
Not realising that my parents was here, and this was my permanent place that I was going to reside. Now, I don't think I looked back because they were saying that my grandmother, everybody was there crying, but I was just excited as a little one, just running to go to the the plane, because it was like, oh, this is something exciting. Got on the plane and I remember looking down, because I think when we came, it was either the January or the December, but I always remember that looking out and you could see snow, you know, falling from the clouds and things like that.
Wow.
So I was there thinking, oh gosh, this is fascinating, you know, because you're looking out and whatever. There was a lovely air hostess that, you know, helped me, you know, like was there with me and my brother. So when we got off, you know, we're just dressed what would be classed as summer clothes.
Yeah.
So we didn't.
And arriving in a British winter.
Winter. So when we got off the plane, it was like, oh my God, what is, you know, this whole excitement that I had all changed because this place was freezing. It was like, what the heck is this?
Welcome to Reading.
But you know, so
It would have been great.
Yeah, definitely, because it was like two different contrasts from. Yeah. Because we never had the other
Before that,
centre.
what happened is, I remember the fact that it was Helis's, John Lewis's.
Yeah.
Initially, and then when we got London Street, who's at the back? John Lewis's, Helis's.
Again.
They got them,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Connected.
It's like, you sort of just
They got
turn
that big
around.
warehouse at the back.